All right, and I think we're live.
Welcome to Books You Never Read.
Except for those we have.
I'm Nicole.
I'm Jason.
And today we are discussing The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, parts 3 and 4. So if you have not read that far, you might want to stop and read and then come back and catch up in the chat. If you have read that far, we hope you stay and chat with us in the chat box. If this is not the book for you, we have tons of other books playlisted for you in the playlist section of our channel. We're available on YouTube Music as a podcast. We're on Fable and we're on Instagram. And we are here today to talk about this book.
Mm-hmm.
So, Shelby, how do you feel about it? Peggy is saying in Fable that it's boring.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I get it. This is what you have to do. You know, it's like the same thing over and over again. I am super entertained and super interested. Every time I listen, it just like goes by so fast.
Yeah. I mean, it's really more of like a romance in my mind than it is like a, you know, it's not, there are definitely elements of the Midnight Circus or the, what circus book? What was it called? There's Midnight Library, which is like kind of.
And now that you've said Midnight, and I'm getting more Midnight Live.
The Night Circus.
The Night Circus, yeah.
Especially with like the latest art thing they went to, like that was kind
that was
of Night
very
Circus-y.
Night Circus, yeah.
But definitely some Midnight Library vibes. But I'm like choosing to see this as like a romance. Like there's all this stuff about stars, right? And so like in this whole, you know, like there's this concept of star-crossed lovers and things like that. And so like I guess I'm seeing this as like two people cursed who come together. And, like, that's how I'm viewing this. And I actually really like it because I really dislike most romance books. So, like, I like the twist. Not, like, really a romance either.
The battle between Addie and Luke. That's more of what I see here. I love how excited she was in this part when she thinks Luke has made a mistake. You know, that he's, by cursing someone else...
Right.
He's made it to where there's a loophole in the curses and they can both not be messed up by each other's curse.
Yeah.
We don't know the full details, though, of Henry's curse. Because she keeps saying, like, there's something he's not saying. Every time he tells her something, she's like, but that's not the whole truth. So that's something I think that we're waiting for.
Yeah. Well, and that's why I think there's going to be a romance. This is, like, a romance per se. Because, like, they're going to... they're gonna break up right here in the next reading. Like she's gonna find out part of his secret, and that's gonna like push them apart. But then, like, you know, someday he will die, right? Like, and then I think she'll choose to go out with him. Like, it's kind of where we're headed. You know what I mean? Like,
his is for a lifetime, is what he said.
Yeah.
So, you know, Luke definitely knows that the two of them are hanging out because he sees everything.
Yeah.
So he's allowing this to happen because the come down is going to be catastrophic.
Yeah.
Because he wants both of them.
Yeah.
And so he's going to get what he wants.
Yeah.
House always wins.
All right. We got some big chats.
Okay.
Shelby says, I would be more into it if it was chronological and we got more first experiences like she had with the chocolate and the coffee and the famous writers. So I do think that like the flipping back and forth between her past life and the current life, that is confusing me because I'm doing this audiobook. And so every once in a while I'm like, what time is this? Where are we? Right? And then somebody like pulls out their phone and takes a photo. I'm like, okay, cool. Right? Like, got it. But like, there's that whole thing about like Voltaire.
Yeah, how cool
where she
is
has
that?
like this other boyfriend, kind of, sort of.
Remy.
Yeah.
For a day, and then sees him when he's 50.
Yeah. But so that part was like kind of freaking me out. But I thought that was cool. That like we're sort of getting this hint that she is like ever present throughout philosophy and art. And I think that's really neat.
And in this reading, we did get the absolute tie-in on these art pieces that they're all her.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
And that is cool because one of the big, you know, themes running through here is how devastating it is that she cannot make a mark.
Right.
And so what does it mean to be human, and what does it mean to be impactful, and what does it mean to be successful, and what does it mean to be loved? Like all these big questions that this book is grappling with. She cannot physically make a mark, but she is making an impact.
Yeah.
And, you know, and so it's just, it's a fun way to explore like all the ways that we do make a difference. We're one person, and most of us are not famous, and most of us do not have significant impacts. But these tiny impacts we have
Right.
do things. They are important, to somebody. So, and that's very Midnight Library.
Yes. Yes. So then Peggy says she only likes Henry because he can remember her. She doesn't actually like him or anything about him, and she's constantly thinking of Luke when she's with him. And I do agree with that. Like, there's still part of this curse where, like, she can't help but like him. It just happens that, like, right? Like, that's the deal with his curse, is people I am just what they need.
She's not affected by that.
No, I think she is.
No, the swirls aren't in her eyes. That's what he noticed. Both times that he met her, she didn't have the cloudy eyes. And when he asked, "What do you see in me?" she says, "You're hurting, and you're,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
So
like,
she's
okay.
not affected
So I
by
missed
it.
the eye part, but still, he is what she needs because he can remember her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so.
But I mean, isn't that what any like relationship is? Is that person that you're in love with and that you married actually the best person for you, or was it just a good person who was pretty convenient?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would say there's no best person.
Right.
Yes.
Well, in this case, this is the best person because it's
But,
the
like,
only person.
maybe like the cloudiness in their eyes is like overriding it's overriding their true desires, right? Like
It's
this,
making them see in him what they want.
yes, but like the professor guy does not want to give him a job, right? Like, that's not, he doesn't want to give him a tenure track for no reason. Like, that, he does not want to do that. But when he sees him, he can't help but do it. And I think what's going on with Addie's eyes is not so much that she's unaffected, but that it's not overriding what she truly wants, because all she wants is to be remembered. So he is that thing to her.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying?
Fun.
And so I'm still not sure that she's like,
That's a good point.
I'm not sure that she's free of it.
Yeah.
And I don't think he thinks that she is either, like, I don't think he thinks that she's free of it. Like, he recognizes, and she says this, like, you just happen to be what I needed. Like, she only has this one desire. Mm-hmm. It's not conflicting. It's not overriding anything, And, like, there are, like, sweet little moments where, like, he can write her name, and she's like, homo, like, whatever, right? Like, that's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree, I think, with Peggy that really she likes Henry because he can remember her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and he is obsessed with the 300 years, and like he's mad to rewatch a movie and things like that, and that indicates that his lifetime might not be that long.
Yeah. I think so too. Yeah, I don't know. And like, honestly, like, so her curse is like kind of tragic. She gets to do cool stuff, and then just like not be remembered, which also allows you to do other cool stuff. But it's like sad and lonely. Mm-hmm. His curse is worse.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, it's worse.
Somebody should have taught young Henry about halt. You do not make decisions if you are hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. Yeah. And he made a big decision when he was angry, lonely, and tired.
Yeah. Well, and he actually makes a good point at some point. I think it's with the barista. That, like, he made this deal so he would never have to feel the way he felt when his fiance, or when that girl, like, turns him down. But now he's, like, doing that to, like, everyone. Mm-hmm. Like, this boyfriend of his or whatever can't get over him. And it's not the boyfriend's fault. Like, he can't, And he's just stuck like that
like
forever.
Ron or whatever his name is.
Yeah. And Luke seems to indicate that there's like thousands of people that he has like made deals with.
Yeah.
Can we just like get a support group? Like, can we like put everybody together and like, how did we not know about this? Because if there's thousands of us, we should be like talking about it. You know? But so far, I am enjoying it. It's kind of one of those stories that I like where like it's not like doing anything, right? Like there's no. We're not going somewhere. We're not there. There's no like overarching quest or achievement or end point. It's just a story about people, and it does remind me a bit of Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, in that way.
Yeah, Robbie is a jerk.
Robbie's the boyfriend. Yeah, yeah. He's a problem. I like when he talks to the lesbian. He's like, "Do you like me?" And she's like, "No, no." He's like, "Okay." That part was funny. I've actually already started recommending this book to people.
But we don't even know how it ends up.
Yeah. Well, and for the same reason that I recommend Midnight Library, right? Like it's like, do you think you want your life to be different? Well, and like in pointing out like the beauty of like these curses, because like there is some, right, in the art and all that. Mm-hmm. But like there's beauty in the flip side as well, you know. If she had like, and I'm not saying she should have stayed where she was at, but you know, Henry could have.
Oh yeah, that is where we left off. That she has Henry writing her story.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't realize there were little actual illustrations to go with the descriptions of the art. Neato. Yeah, I did like the chapter with Remy. Just the fact that she did get to have for one night her first meaningful relationship that was like on her terms and not because she had to, but because both parties wanted to, and that was really nice.
Yeah.
I was like, what was up with the woman that she was tricking into going to her party or whatever? But the whole point of that was that she was going to have an excellent night, and Luke came in and ruined it.
Yeah. But also, that's her like inserting herself in like philosophical and artistic society.
Yeah.
And she's like does this regularly. Yeah.
Okay, and then was there some hint that there's some big event that happens with Luke that we haven't seen yet, but she's hinted at?
I don't remember that.
Because there was some like passing remark about her being in love with Luke, but I wasn't sure if that was just talking about like the ideal man that, you know, she had sketched and created when she was younger. And maybe about him like burning down a building or something like that.
Chat, y'all remember this? I don't remember this. The burning thing sounds kind of familiar. But...
It was just real quick, like with his green eyes glinting in the flames or something like that. So I don't know. I feel like there was something there. How crazy was the little barista girl, poor thing, burning all his stuff.
Yeah. I like,
but I love you.
I laughed out loud when I read that part. Yeah, that part was wild because like she seems really nice, and it's unfortunate that like she never notices him until he's cursed and you know all this stuff, and then she's like a psycho.
Yeah, yeah. Henry's curse is definitely no good. It's not good for anybody.
Right.
It's not good for him. It's not good for the rest of the world. Addie's curse really only ultimately affects herself.
Yeah.
Oh, Peggy has company.
Yep. Just the ex-girlfriend bonfire. Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, it was a lot of fun. I do agree with, like, the Groundhog Day analogy. And that was kind of my complaint last week was that, like, they're really hammering home that, like, she can't do anything and this is a struggle and all that. I think that does make what's happening in this reading more meaningful. The fact that we saw her, like, struggle for several, like, 100 years to, like, figure out how to function and, like, what this then means to her. And so I don't think it's for nothing, but I agree that there is repetition. I just think it's to serve the point.
Yeah, and, like, I enjoy it. I think each one, it's unpacking the mystery as she unpacks it, and so it's delightful, like, to read, and, like, it's interesting to me. Things that I like hadn't thought about that would be a challenge or that she'd have to overcome. Oh no, stop it. What is that?
It's like listening to you.
Gosh. Okay. His family made me laugh.
Yes.
And how sad, you know, that this is the first time he's being told that his mom's proud of him.
Yeah. Yeah, that part's messed up.
And he's like, why? I just work at a bookstore, you know. And also with Henry, I see, like, this is, you know, we've had mom trauma and we've had dude trauma, and this is millennial trauma. It's like millennials were the first generation where, like, everyone had to go to college, and so everyone went to college, and then there was so much emphasis spent on getting everyone to college that, like, there was no skills built on looking past that. And so many of us just became professional students or, you know, didn't know what to do when the college part was over. And that's where he is. And now, depending on what the terms of his lifetime are, you know, maybe that's not worth doing anything else. I don't know.
Well, and I kind of made this point I think you're right. And I think her curse is also sort of not like a millennial curse necessarily, but like a very modern curse, like being forgotten, being unnoticed, leaving no mark. Because I feel like a lot of people feel that way. And like with the internet, you can be anonymous and like, you know, whatever.
For better or worse.
But I feel like people don't, you know, like they don't have neighbors and they don't have friends, not like a lot, right? And so like we don't recognize the impact, even though there is one, right?
Yeah, so how would you compare her loneliness to Ova's loneliness?
That's good. I like that. I mean, it's very similar. Yeah, it is very similar.
He is surrounded by and put upon by everyone. And she, no one.
But they still feel like they can't recognize the impact that they make. And part of it is because Ova's just like this good little citizen, right, doing like what he thinks he's supposed to be doing. And he's like obsessed with work and like within his own home and doesn't like go out and make those connections. And I think ultimately, and this goes back to Midnight Library, all these books that we keep reading are about like connection and community and, you know, all that. Shelby says she wants them to meet someone else that is cursed. So we can see if Luke has a menu of deals or just wait to see what each person offers. Yeah.
Hold on. What's the part names of the next one? So part 5 is The Shadow Who Smiled and The Girl Who Smiled Back.
Okay.
So that might be a new...
Could be.
Oh, I don't want to read too far ahead.
Okay.
No, part 5
You
or
chose this.
part 6 is Do Not Pretend That This Is Love.
Interesting.
And part 7, I Remember You.
Okay. Part of me thinks this is like a really cool book because like I get for just like the concept of it. Midnight Library I think is the same way. And Piranesi I felt was also sort of the same. But I can get how you come up with like Lord of the Rings. Like I get that. You know, you make this it's just like telling a story. You know, and you're just like weaving this thing and you have these characters and they go off and do a thing. But stories like this that are like more subtle but have like these fun twists, I don't think I can make this up. Like, I don't think I could do it, you know?
I was thinking about what Addie talks about and, like, the power of a name, you know, and obviously there must be some power in a name if that's what he took from her. So I was like, what about the name of the rose? Why was that the title of the book? Like, why was that so powerful? Because that's talking about the power of names. And then I was like, oh, yeah, the author said there was no reason for the book being called that. And I was angry at it all over again.
Yeah. Well, and I think part of this, the whole thing about her being like represented in art without a name is that there is no power in names, right? Like I think Luke is wrong. And it's in the effect that, like, Luke's power is not in whatever his real name is. It's in the fact that he can, like, it's in his literal power, right?
Yeah,
You know?
because we don't even know his real name.
Right. And there's a part in here about Henry hooking up with a guy who's, like, Mac, Malcolm, whatever, right? Like, it's 3 names / He doesn't know his name, right? Like he doesn't know it. And so again, there's sort of like that play on like what is a name and does it matter? Like the person is what matters,
Right.
and the person just kind of is, and like especially with Henry's curse, his name doesn't matter because he just like is who you want him to be, you know. And so his name, sort of like mentally or spiritually or something, is totally different for everybody. You know, like his identity and what he is. Yeah.
I also was going to keel over and die if the book that woman was looking for was The Name of the Rose. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Golly. I was like, don't buy it. Put it down. Step away.
Yeah, it's funny. Very funny. But yeah, all told, it was like a pretty chill reading. There wasn't like again, like I don't feel like a whole lot was going on. It's definitely a slow burn. And I do think you probably need to be in like the right headspace. Shelby said earlier that like she might like it better once she like sits on it, and I can definitely see that being true.
We have lots of books that I like better after we've talked about them, and after they come up again later. Like I realize I appreciate it for different things.
Yeah.
But like this portion, we see ancient version of her kind of coming to terms with the rules of the curse, finding ways to go around and be free and do things. You know, she learns to wear her trousers and that kind of thing. And we really learned more about Henry's situation in this part, and how she's going to be able to use him to overcome the restrictions of her curse.
Yeah. But so, and at this point, I assume he is the author, right, of the book we are reading, more or less, you know, on some level. You know, he's the one writing down her story. He's the only one who could write down her story. Yeah.
Smarty pants. I hadn't thought about it. Just omniscient narrator.
Yeah.
That's all I was thinking of.
Shelby says, in the end, this is a book I wouldn't have picked up, so I'm glad we have the book club to get a new flavor. The author has other books that have been recommended to me. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Well, we'll see how we feel about it after the end of it. And I still really like the idea of like making sure that we read more than one thing by an author just to become more well-rounded with it and get a feel for different writers. But
Sure.
we'll see if we're interested. I saw in Fable, sorry, this is not really this book related, but I saw that someone in Fable recommended a book that was some flavor of Gothic, like the next Mexican Gothic, maybe. Oh my gosh.
I was thinking about that book this morning.
Yeah.
I'm watching this show on Netflix. I'm on the 3rd episode now, called Something Bad is Going to Happen.
Is that really what it's called?
Yes, that's straight up its name. Something bad is going to happen, or something to that effect. But it has some kind of Mexican Gothic vibes, and the more I think about it, the more like that needs to be a show.
Mexican Gothic?
Yeah.
I still really love that book.
Yeah, it would be good.
Like, it was not a perfect book. It was not... I felt like it could have been edited a little bit more, but it was a good book.
Yeah, for sure.
Japanese Gothic by Kylie Lee Baker.
All right.
So, interested.
Yeah. I am supposed to announce our next book today. And I'm still on the fence. I kind of want to do like a horror, but like maybe a sci-fi horror.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm all over the place right now. All right, Shelby, keep it going. She's reading a mushroom book.
Everything spores. Have any of you watched Project Hail Mary? I know we've talked about like we all need to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if we're just the last ones.
I don't know. Definitely we gotta make some time eventually. I'm too busy reading. We got a lot going on. Well.
Somebody said that the art descriptions reminded them of Flanders Panel.
Yeah.
And it's just not a good sign when we have so many bad books that
Well, I think
are coming up in this book.
We have a lot of books that are like fine, right? Like so when we rate a book like a 6 or 7, we forget about them. You know what I mean? And then there are books that pop out like Project Hail Mary that we will never forget. But I don't know what a corn mask is, but like, all right. Anyway, but like the books that we rated really low, they come back as well, you know. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, so
Yay.
it'll be. Well, I mean, if everybody's gonna see it this Friday, maybe we should go see it on this next weekend. Or
Yeah.
something. We'll figure something out. That'd be fun. But yeah, I guess I don't really have much to say. I feel like we've had short episodes on this book, but I also think this is a book that like you're gonna have to finish to like make it be a thing, you know, because there is no journey, right? Like
Right.
there's no.
Well,
I mean, like sure, but like there's no like questing and things to discuss, and like there aren't breadcrumbs. Like I'm not sure,
right.
you know.
Right. Yeah, there's not a mystery for us to unfold.
Correct.
We are just watching
Right.
Addie not give up.
Right.
So that's the question. So her deal is that she has to tell Luke when she's ready to give it up. And it sounds like she almost accidentally did it by putting her finger inside of the ring.
Yeah.
She freaked out.
Yeah. And he's got a ring too.
He's got a watch.
Henry, doesn't he have a ring also in like a handkerchief?
That was
It's
the
the watch.
engagement ring.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he's got a watch. He woke up and he's like,
Right, he does
"What's
have a
that?"
watch. Yeah.
But I don't remember whatever happened with that. Like he took it off and
He took it apart, and there was like no moving
no.
pieces.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. But just a
This is,
reminder that his
like,
time is
can
ticking
y'all just
away.
talk to each other? Can somebody take this like creepy watch to like a watchmaker and somebody be like, "This ain't right"? You know what I mean? Like, how does Luke not been found out yet? Just saying.
I bet it would be similar to Addie trying to tell her story.
Yeah, maybe so.
It just wouldn't be able to come out
Yeah. But they can talk about it.
to each other.
We don't know that they've ever tried to talk about it to somebody else.
We know she has.
About Luke?
Well, about her situation,
She can't say her name.
and she can't
Well,
explain.
and so she's weird because anything she tells somebody will be forgotten. And so like
right,
that's
but
a
she
separate
can't
issue.
even say it. The words choke in her mouth.
Her name does.
Her name and the situation.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm like, why does that matter? She should be able to tell people her name because they'll just
They'll
forget
forget it anyway.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
I think it's just a mind game.
Yeah. Interesting.
It's to make her life miserable so that she
Yeah.
gives up and
Well, and I guess that part's important because it if somebody could like say her name and hear her story and she could discuss it every day, even if they would forget, it would make the impact of Henry less.
yeah.
And so I guess that's important. But yeah, like ultimately it doesn't matter. They would just forget. So whatever. Interesting.
Yeah, this is going to be tragic when this Luke comes tearing all this up.
Yeah.
Because they are just both way too happy with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Shucks. I'm looking forward to it.
Shucks.
Yeah. So do you have some like ideas about what you're picking? Do you have like a top 3 that you're picking from?
I kind of
or-
do. One is a horror book that supposedly has a jump scare, and I'm just fascinated by that idea.
And a jump scare in a book?
Yeah, I'm fascinated. Like, and I've seen several people say it, so I kind of want to give that a shot. The other one is I keep getting recommended through like YouTube channels that I follow, like this like terrifying sci-fi, and like
I mean, how scary are we talking here?
I don't know. I mean, like I think it's like existentially scary, right? Not like actually
Yeah.
scary. But so I kind of want to do that. The other part of me just like wants to pick something that like we haven't done in a while, and like just go back through the list. And,
Well, we haven't done that. So,
yeah.
scariest thing that we've ever read was that like African mushroom alien story.
Really?
With the floating head
Yeah.
thing.
That was pretty weird.
So in Pocopia Driftmon or whatever.
Driftland, yeah. Oh, it reminds you of that?
And so anytime I'd like touch a doll and it's like, do you want to call Driftland? I'm like, no. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a weird book. I kind of want to read the second one. We'll figure it out. Anyway, I don't have that much to say. Otherwise, I do kind of just want to jump back in and finish. Meet back up next week. It's also Easter, so people have things to do. Happy Easter, everybody.
Happy Easter.
Yeah.
And happy reading.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. If you are new to the channel, because there's a couple people popping in and out, we read books every week. Come join us.
Yeah.
We'll be announcing our next book
soon. Shelby, I'm with you. That cat needs to survive. Book.
Yeah, I do kind of enjoy his conversation about like, what if I took the cat and it just like blew away like dust? Like it belongs to the shop. Do you remember that? He was like, I'll take it home, and then he's like, it's like part of the thing, and like maybe it would disappear. So anyway, whatever.
I remember him pretending he had a cat, and he's like, I'm a grown man pretending I have a cat.
Yeah.
This is terrible.
Sketch. Alrighty. You ready?
I'm all done.
I'm all done too. Sounds good to me. Thank you for being here, everybody. We will see y'all next week, and we'll see you on Fable. I'll do better about
Yeah.
chatting it up. Bye.
Happy reading. So many buttons.